Hi, my name is Nate Brill, and I am the team leader at the Brill team with Realty One Group. And on our team, my primary job is to be the listing agent. And so I help a lot of people, and I certainly just consult with a lot of people that are looking to sell their house themselves, go for sale by owner, otherwise known as a FSBO. And I just want to kind of address it because I think there are some points here that are lost a lot of times when realtors are talking to people who are going for sale by owner. And the automatic sort of assumption is that this is somebody who just is kind of a little bit out there and they really they think that they can do anything that a professional can do, whatever. Sometimes there are circumstances where I totally understand why somebody's going for sale by owner, or I guess I should say I understand why they're looking at doing it. It doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with their decision, but I understand why they're looking at it. There's no question selling a house does cost a lot of money. The thing, though, that I think is really important to note is that when you hire a good quality realtor, somebody who will help you price your house correctly, somebody that will actually help you get your house ready for the market, get it sold quickly, all that stuff, they're going to make you more than they cost you. And I know that's really hard to look at when you're looking at it at the front end and you see, what 6% looks like of whatever your, sales price is, but I promise you, that's the way those numbers work out. And the vast number of buyers that are out there are going to have a realtor that are representing them on the buyer side. So really, we're not talking about saving 6%. Most often, we're talking about saving, 3%, sometimes less. So let's just talk about it here for a minute. So what are the reasons that people go for sale by owner? They go for sale by owner because they don't have a whole lot of margin in what they owe on their house and what they can ultimately sell it for. They believe they just kind of want to give it a try. They think that, that the market's hot and they can get it moved real quick. Lots of different things. So I will tell you, my mother was a social worker all my life growing up. And she kind of worked on a sliding scale, still does as a doctor, understanding that not everybody has the same amount of money. Not everybody's in the same kind of position. And not everybody can afford her services. We understand the same thing. And we know that there are people who are in a really rough spot. They just bought the house a year ago and they're going through a divorce. And they didn't choose this. They don't want to go through it. They don't have any equity in the house. They don't have the money to hire a realtor. So we kind of look at that situation and say, what can we do to help? I mean, obviously, we know we're worth our money. We know that when somebody pays us to sell their house, that we are giving them more value than what they're actually paying us for. But there are times where it makes sense for us to do something to help somebody out. Doesn't mean we're going to sell a house for free. It just means that sometimes we can be a little bit more flexible if that's the situation. There are other times where somebody just thinks, hey, I'm just going to give this thing a shot. And cool, go for it. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work out for you, we would love the opportunity to help because we know what it takes to sell a house. You're going to get very limited exposure, even though Zillow is a huge website, and you're going to get a whole lot of exposure with Zillow. You're going to get absolutely nowhere near the amount of exposure as you will if you're listed in the MLS with a qualified realtor. We've got professional photographers. We do a whole lot of marketing that makes a big difference in the way the house presents. We're going to walk you through step by step what it takes to get every single room ready. We're going to help you understand what it takes to price your house correctly because there's no way for you to really know that. And your Zillow's estimate is the furthest thing from accurate. So you really want to make sure that you're pricing your house correctly based off of comparable sales, understanding what a comp really is, understanding how you relate to that, all that stuff. That's what a good realtor does. Now, let's just say you've gone for sale by owner, and let's just say you've gotten your house effectively sold. Like, yay, that's awesome. Well, then you've got the precarious situation of the actual escrow period. So once you've gone under contract to the time you close, you as a seller have rights. And on the other side of things, the buyer has rights. If you're for sale by owner, you don't know what those rights are. You don't know what the pitfalls are of selling a house. You don't know what to look out for during the inspection period. You don't know what happens. If the appraisal comes in low, are you mandated? Do you have to drop your price? You don't know that stuff if you don't do this every day. So if you just want to discuss it, if you just want to be able to kind of tool it around in your brain, be able to kind of get all the facts and come up with your own decision, we're certainly not going to press you to do anything. You're going to do what you're going to do, and we just want to give you all of the facts. We want to give you our input on it, and you're going to make the decision you want to make, and there's no pressure from us. So if you want to call just to discuss it, you can call me at 602 529-4092. I can tell you we work with a lot of for sale by owners. They start for sale by owner and they hire us, and then ultimately have a tremendously better experience than they would have if they were on their own. So you can read our reviews if you go to our website or to our Zillow profile. My website is www.brillteam.com. And again, if you look us up on Zillow, you can just look me up under Nate Brill on Zillow, and you can read those reviews there. And again, if you just want to call to get an idea of where you stand right now and what it's going to take to get it moved, whether it's through us or you're going to go it on your own, cool. We just want the opportunity to talk with you. So again, 602-529-4092, and I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks.